What's up, everybody? My apologies for being incredibly late. I think I am about almost 2 hours late to this stream. I'm sorry. It's been a very busy day. I have had to rush and get this edit done for the Kasanova podcast because you guys know I was interviewing the voice actor for Claude from Fire Emblem Heroes, my man Joe Zija. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check out that interview. It's available now on youtube.com/Mekel Kasanova, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all podcast outlets. So I'm very excited, very happy, and very grateful to have had the honor to have interviewed him. And with that being said, make sure you go and give him a follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also follow his Twitch channel. His Twitch channel is really hype. Zero, what's going on, man? I'm just running late to the stream. Y'all know I'm fashionably late. I've been working on the edits for this episode of the podcast since 4:30, and it's insane. It took me a long time. Premiere kept crashing left and right, so I'm just glad to have been able to get it done. So with that being said, let's go ahead and play some Fire Emblem Heroes. I mean, not Heroes. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm so tired. I'm grateful I got this because I'm going to need it for tonight. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and get into this stream. Alright, so I guess I need to close out some stuff since XSplit is saying that I'm using too much of my CPU. So you just got Petra from the gacha? Holy crap, that little teaser I put up on Instagram on Twitter is going wild.
White clouds, verdant rain moon, tower of black winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Okay. Enough marketing my podcast on social media. I see why people have agents to do all this because it is draining. What did I think of Fate Go? It's pretty fun. I didn't get to play a whole lot. I think I played at most about 25 minutes of it. And then I was rushing to finish up my review, but I played that. I played Dragalia Lost. I played the typical Fortnite, PUBG stuff because everybody wants to know how that runs on the phone.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Mekel. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier. I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The sword of
What's
the
up,
Creator
Chips?
is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory. I'm sorry for dragging you into the
It's going good, man. I've just been insanely busy with
my own.
trying to get everything going. I've been editing a lot of podcasts lately. Yeah, so a lot of podcasts, a lot of reviews, a lot of stock footage. Got a lot of things I'm in the works of right now. Like I'm working on, I got to edit an interview I did with Roberto Blake. I'm doing some collaborations with Ashton Christ, and working with a couple brands. I'm about to launch a couple products. I'm going to start actually providing services for people who are looking to get into podcasting or how to work with game companies, how to be reviewers, how to be YouTubers. I'm going to start offering services for that as part of my consultation. And yeah, it's just been busy.
Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
Your Highness? Ah, it's been ages.
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so much in those years. I hardly recognize you.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of the reason why I decided to go full time as a content. Well, let me correct that. I'm not going to call myself a content creator. The better term would be creative entrepreneur. This is why I decided to do that, because I can't do this part time anymore. You know, I've been doing content creation and podcasting for almost 2 years now. I haven't even made 2 years. I make 2 years in December 27th is my 2-year mark, and I've been doing content creation on YouTube since August 17th of 2016, so just about 3 years. And doing that while working a full-time career in IT, it really just came down to a point where it's like I had to pick one or the other. And you know, I'm a big believer that the universe puts you in positions or puts things in front of you for a reason. And so with everything that had been going on with me with my job, all the foolery and you know, just the dumb shit that's been happening for the last month and a half, I just feel like it was a nudge towards it's time for me to take this next leap. Because there's a lot of foolishness that had been going on at my job, and I'm glad that I'm winding down. This is my last week, you know, minus the holiday. Then that's it, you know, and this is going to be my full-time career. And I know, like a lot of people, they want to be content creators in the sense of making YouTube videos and making friends and all that. All that's cool. But for me, this is a business. You know, my brand is a business. The services I'm going to offer is a business. And these are services I've given away for free to people that, quite honestly, a lot of people have never, there really hasn't been anyone that I've assisted with this information that has just taken the ball and run with it. So just, you know, some of the things I've been talking with Ashton Christ, Roberto Blake, and a lot of others has been to provide it as a service, and I do have a lot to offer people. A lot of things I understand, a lot of things I know that I believe I can pass on to other people, to help them. Plus, I'm about to do a whole rebrand of my website. I just bought a couple of domains, and I'm about to launch the Casanovapodcast.com. And that's going to be a central hub for everything with the podcast. It's going to include a mailing list, how people can, if people want to request to be on the show, there's going to be a calendar invite thing, or a message section with a calendar invite and all this other stuff. So it's something that I'm very much looking forward to. Some other things that are in the pipeline. Like just today, I was speaking with Greg Shun, who is the main voice actor for the main character in Judgment in the Yakuza series. So we're working together. We were talking a good majority of today, and we're going to. I'm going to have him on the podcast, and we're going to do some other things. I've got a bunch of other voice actors I'm going to have on, a bunch of other content creators and creative entrepreneurs. I reached out to Keith David earlier, as many of you probably saw me do on Twitter and through DMs. I'm going to have Keith David on the podcast. Working on some stuff with Castlevania Games. I'm working on a big project. I have the green light now to officially talk about it. But I'm going to be hosting a Dragon Ball FighterZ tournament at Hawaii Con towards the end of this coming month. And when that happens, what I'm also going to be doing is working closely with the voice actor for Broly, which is Vic Mignogna. And we're going to be giving away a signed copy of both Dragon Ball FighterZ for a platform of your choice, along with the limited edition Razer Dragon Ball FighterZ arcade stick, the Razer Panthera. So, I'm really, and that's only one of many things I have going on. I got stuff going on with the WWE when they come out next month as well. I'm going to be doing an Up Up Down Down collaboration with Xavier Woods, so aka Austin Creed, and I'm really excited about that. There's a lot of things in the works, and I'm just, if you were to have talked to me at the beginning of last week, I was a nervous wreck when I turned in my resignation, but to see how everything is turning out now, it's truly amazing. I'm blessed, and the sky's the limit. I'm 30, and I decided that this is what I want to do. And doing this is the most alive that I feel. Going to a job that I don't particularly love. I mean, I do enjoy my job. I don't love it. I'm very grateful for the opportunities it's provided me. And I was even offered another job that offered me well over 6 figures. And I turned it down just to do this, because this is where my passions are. This is where my love is. And yeah. Chips, he said, "Dope, I followed your podcast on Spotify because whenever I listen to it on YouTube while on my way to work, I have to keep messing with it so it plays smoothly. Can't be doing that." Do you have YouTube Red? YouTube Red allows you to just play it just like audio.
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's. I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall. When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone. The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldaria's territory, and are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area. You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
Can't believe that Instagram, that Twitter promotional trailer for the podcast with Joe Zija is now over 1,074 views. Okay, and counting. It's still going up. This is insane. Zero, you say also, did you hear about the Mega Man Zero and ZX collection? Yeah, that's something that, okay, because I work with a lot of these game companies, there are things that, due to an NDA, I can't really speak on. And I really can't say anything further about why all these collections are coming out, but just think of it like this. There was a game that was supposed to come out in 2011 that got canceled, which is back in the works. And, well, we got Mega Man 11. We're going to get another X title. That's as much as I can say. Same thing with the Onimusha series. It's not done. I already know what the next Resident Evil is, but I can't speak on it. But yeah, I'm excited. Tipsy said no, but Spotify works lovely though. Spotify is amazing.
Specifically, that you are able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments.
So is everyone excited for Astral Chain that's coming out this Friday? I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a heads up. It's pretty good, and I got something special in the works for that. More to come later this week.
After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess. Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
We're closing in on 2,000 views for that trailer. You said no. Zero, you said you're excited for it. Chips, you said nope. Bargain bin, bargain bin for me, dog. Not because I think it's trash, only because I spent too much on games, and I gotta wait. Plus, I wasn't completely sold on it in the beginning. Well, You're don't get caught sleeping on the gym, man. I came to the gym. Hold on, I gotta. Oh yeah, it is my girl's birthday. Let's have tea. Cause you know I'm over here ready to be like, oh wait, what's going on with my mixer board? Odd. My sampler didn't want to work right now. What I was trying to play was, and it don't want to work. Huh. All right. So then that means
Yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at it! Respect it.
anyways. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I got something in the works with Go XLR too. I'm excited. Yeah, that's the hottest thing, bro.
Thank you for your invitation. To what do I owe this surprise?
What do you owe this surprise? It is. Yeah!
Oh, look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at it! Respect it.
Yo, the crazy thing too is I'm gonna actually be having the Hodge twins on my podcast down the road, so I'm excited for that too.
Thank you. Smells lovely. Yeah. That's right. Huh? Yeah. That's right. Am I that terrible of a woman? So I'm a little unkempt. What of it?
No, F that. We redoing this. We are redoing that. I'm getting a perfect score with my chick. That's my main chick. No, that's Bae. We getting Bae gonna she gonna hear whatever the hell she wanna hear. And I'm getting what I want. We running that back. We are running that back. Run the set back. Load. Let's do this again. Fuck all the cutscenes. We doing this again, okay? Bay is life.
Part 1. White clouds.
I don't give a fuck.
Rain, moon.
We ain't gotta marry.
Black winds. The ceaseless.
I don't care about none of this. Skip. Give me back the old girl. Come on. No, you run the other way. Run that way, not that way. There you go. Keep going that way. You ain't gotta marry all of them. Because as the Hodge twins would say, all we want is some sweet walls. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let's do this again.
Thank you for your
Come on, let's talk. Let's talk.
Oh, what fun. Huh? Nah.
Oh hell no. We running that shit back. We running that back again. I wasn't ready for that question. S rank 1, but A rank 1, all of them. That's don't call me Casanova for nothing. There's a reason. And my last name is Casanova. In my younger years, pre-cancer and pre-marriage, your boy, she got me slipping on my pimping by telling me what it is.
Part 1. White clouds.
But I back in my younger days, your boy had a lot of fun. Which is why he had to get with someone that's not from this island too. Yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100.
I have a new mission.
I don't give a fuck, shorty. Let's get here. We're doing this tea party. What's up, Adrian?
Thank you for.
Yeah, we run this back. Let's go. Let's go. And see, this is how you do it, fellas.
Lovely.
Trial and error. Okay? Trial and error.
Huh? Yeah. 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 Oh. There's no alcohol in here. It's better if you can sleep without it, but all you have is tea?
That's all, girl. That's all we need. Oh! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Y'all see that? Yeah!
Yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that! Look at it!
Now respect it!
Yeah!
Yeah! I don't care who she going for. It's about me. what I need. And Manuela's right there. I think she's going for Claude. Or Dimitri. I think. Why they gotta give me that? Why did they have to give me this option? Oh, yeah, she's looking at me. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
This is sensuous. I don't hate it.
Oh!
Oh, what fun.
Oh. Oh. She said it's sensuous.
Hey.
Yeah.
Huh? Hey. Yeah.
No, let's go back. Let's deserve a little bit more.
Your gaze is sensuous. I don't hate it.
Yeah. Okay, we
The
done.
treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
Yeah. Man, y'all got a whole conversation. I'm not even paying attention. What have I missed? Now, Chips. All I gotta say about Rule 34 with her is, yeah, yeah. Oh man, I'm acting a damn fool tonight. And I haven't even had anything to drink. I should fix that. Anyways, let me catch up to the chat and see what y'all. Okay. Adrian, you said you're on episode 2, Alien Ranger season. Let me fix that alcohol one. Okay, I'm back. So one of the things I really want to say that I'm really proud of is I have a sponsor, right? So a sponsor, well, one of many, but I have a sponsor from Honolulu Beer Works. So shout out to one of my sponsors, Honolulu Beer Works. The Kewalo's Cream Ale is dope. I am so happy to be sponsored. Yes, Chips, the man then got up and went for a drink. He's like, yeah. Man, we get wild on these streams. All right. Oh. Toast to that. I toast to it. Okay. Let me catch up with this. Let me catch up with this chat. All right. So, Adrian, So you're on episode 2 of the Alien Ranger season. Zero, you said you got there pretty fast. It's like season 4, you said, Adrian. You've been watching the heck out of it, man. You've been binge watching that show. Zero, you said in Japan that was a whole 50-ish episode series known as Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. Oh shit. Yes, Rule 34. Adrian, you said you watched the crazy amount of Power Rangers. And then you said after Turbo, you'll skip to Dino Thunder. Tiff, she said, bro, if I can't get that shit out here in New York City, I don't want to hear about it. Oh, let me talk to him. Tell your stores they need to be handling Honolulu Beer Works. And shout out to Honolulu Beer Works for sponsoring the #1 podcast in the state of Hawaii, the Kasanova podcast. This is one of the smoothest and most tastiest beers I've ever had in my life. Zero, you said you don't want to watch the end to the Zordon arc. And then Adrian, you said I forgot about Power Rangers in space. I'm tired. Okay, that's the one. Yo, that's the one Power Rangers I haven't seen is Power Rangers in space because I got bored with that one, but I know it got hype later on. And Chip, she said, fucking stores and this shit straight to me. Bro, you wild. You are wild. Alright, so let's look at this map. What we got going. Alright, so we just gotta take out this dude. Alright. So is that good? It just kind of started off slow to me. He said season 2 had the Psycho Rangers, the episode with them in it were good. It's super awesome, gets way better. Where are you watching all the episodes at? Where is it at?
I'll cut through. I must stay focused.
Wait, so everything's on Netflix? Yeah, I haven't touched Netflix in a hot minute. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
I'll give it my all.
I'll give it.
What should I do?
I'm on it.
Stay focused.
Here we go. Ready. Here goes.
Now I'm behind on all that because Lost Galaxy. I think I watched Lost Galaxy. He says it's cool that the villain from space became the new Pink Ranger. Oh yeah, it's true. I forgot about that. So yeah, man, I love Power Rangers. What would you guys say if I were to get Jason David Frank on the podcast? Would y'all be interested in that?
Over already.
I mean, one of the main reasons I asked that is because I can make that happen. Because I'm gonna be having Johnny Young Bosch on eventually. I'm friends with him. Him and Dan Southworth, the Quantum Ranger, and also Virgil from Devil May Cry. So, I mean, I'm down to make things happen if there's an interest for it. Adrian, you said that would be awesome. Zero, you said you would definitely listen to it. Chips, you said not personally for you.
It's not over yet.
Oh, so you haven't been into it since the Ninja season from back in the day. Was that like 2003, 2004 when they had the ninjas? It's been a hot minute, so forgive me if I've forgotten a lot of it.
Is this a joke?
Oh, the ninja one. That was no, it wasn't 98. That was the original ninja one was 95, 96. Then they had, yeah, like Zero said, they had another ninja series. It wasn't really, I think Ninja Storm or something. It wasn't really that good, to be honest.
I can still serve. A threat eliminated. The better to serve His Highness.
Saw that coming.
It's crazy to think that the majority of the most popular voice actors were Power Rangers. It's crazy. Even Ruben Langdon, he was the Super Sentai character and a Beetleborg. No, VR Trooper, and in Kamen Rider too.
Sufficient.
Yeah, that was the one from 95, 96, man. If you're talking about that the old one, then yeah, that was 95, 96.
Thank you.
This isn't so hard.
What are some games you guys are all playing right now, or that aside from Astral Chain that you're looking forward to getting or playing down the road? Has anyone picked up Oninaki yet? Zero, you said had Tommy, Rocky, Adam, Aisha, Billy, and Kimberly when Kimberly was still hot. Bro! You went there. I ain't saying nothing. Definitely on Inaki. I'm waiting for the next payday, but the demo's holding me over for now. I feel you. I'm hyped for the what's the game? The game Control. I just requested a code for Control.
Saw that coming.
You say you got the Capcom beat 'em up collection. Zero, you said I tried the Anunnaki demo. I like it, but I will wait for it until it's on sale. Also, she still looks good to me. That's why I didn't comment on it.
Stinks.
Chip, she said, I mean, she ain't no Zen warrior princess, but that one man, he's just like, bruh, you wild.
Too slow.
Zero, you said, but she was not the one I had a crush on back in the day. Yeah, I liked Trini back in the day.
What should I do? My thanks.
Saw that coming. Foolish.
No, the original Yellow Ranger.
I'm getting stronger. I can.
I have a thing for Asian chicks. And I ain't got no shame in it. My ex-wife was Chinese and Japanese. But then my current wife, Lehua, she's part Chinese. Chinese, Italian, Hawaiian, Portuguese. Aisha was fine though.
Gotta stay focused.
I mean, I could talk about all the adventures I had
Feeling stronger.
back when I was a club promoter, back when I was signed with Virgin Records as a singer, when I was an MC out here. Bruh, your boy was getting action left and right. It was insane.
Wasn't I strong enough?
No, it's kind of like I was telling my boy Lucas when I was in EA. I mean, not EA. When I was in LA with him, we were out at E3. I was telling him, I'm like, the ratio of for every one guy, the way it is out here in Hawaii, for every one guy, you have at least 7 women that you can choose from out here. It's definitely because there are more women in Hawaii than there are men. No, I don't have permadeath on. I'm keeping this. on casual. Because even if I had permadeath on, man, I would have just stopped. I just restart and start over. So I'm like, no need in me even doing that.
Stronger, huh?
Yeah, in Hawaii, like literally for every guy, there's at least 7 women to the guy. So I used to I mean, I think I've dated and been with every type of woman except the only type of woman I've never dated, been with, and done anything with is black women. Not for lack of trying. Most just don't find me interesting. So I was like, oh, okay. I get just quick for them to shoot me down. But yeah, back in the day, I was actually trying really hard to get with a lot of the black chicks I knew. They were fine as hell, but
I'm not setting a very good example.
I wasn't for them. But everything else, white, Asian, Hispanic, Polynesian, Native American, you name it, Indian, like literal Indian as in India, Pakistani, like action for days.
Saw that coming. I must stay focused. Too slow.
Gypsy said I might have to make a trip to Hawaii. Zero said, but I have very diverse taste, so dude, there's everything out here, every type. And then also too, you gotta look at it like this: the type of woman that you're probably looking for, guaranteed are out here. Like every type of woman, every ethnicity is out here. And then most of the women that are from Hawaii are mixed. The percentage of people that are actually Hawaiian is very, very small. It's like probably 1% of people, because Hawaiians are the minority of Hawaii. They make up like less than 3% of the population of Hawaii. And it's not because of like dying, you know, our people dying out or anything. It's just our people just intermix with other people, with the white, with Asian, because the majority ethnic group that's here, or the dominant majority, is Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. Secondary is Filipino. Third is Samoan and Tongan. And then you've got Micronesian, then white, then black. No, Hispanic, white, black, and at the very end of it is Hawaiian. Zero, you said, okay, time to go to Hawaii and scoop one up, then have them move back. You know what's actually interesting is it's actually not hard to do that, because the girls in Hawaii, there are two types of girls. There's the THOTs, and then there's these loyal ones. If you can get the loyal one, they'll follow you wherever. They'll love you no matter what, and they love very strong. Chief, she said, I would say I'll make it out there next year, but I'm really gunning for Japan. I've had my fun in Japan too. Daydream, you laugh. Zero, you said, seen quite a few Native American women out here, and they're beautiful. Oh, I love my Native American girls. Chip, she said, what's the cost of living out there? Is it crazy or comparable to most cities like New York? It's cheap. Hawaii is actually cheaper to live than New York and LA, both. If I were to compare it to anywhere, I mean, depends on, I look at it like this. It really depends on the type of work you're trying to get into. If you're trying to get into like standard retail or whatnot, then yeah, it's gonna be expensive. But there's so many high-paying high school jobs out here that are available that are just not taken because a lot of people out here don't go for them. You can easily find a six-figure job out here and easily get into it because there's absolutely no competition to get into those jobs. So it really just comes down to, you know, you the individual, but it's cheaper than New York. It's damn sure cheaper than New York. It's definitely cheaper than LA. It's cheaper than Washington State. You can get like a one bedroom out here for like 800. Anywhere from 800 to 1500. You can get a two bedroom anywhere from 900 up to 1500. A three bedroom. I mean, it really kind of depends on what you're going for. Yeah, I mean, there's a strong misconception that Hawaii is just insanely expensive, and it's not. It's really not at all. I mean, if you wanted to rent a house, you could actually rent a house or a portion of a house for like
That was tough.
$1,600 and up. There, you said I had a neighbor who used to live in Hawaii. She said she used to watch Kamen Rider V3 out there, so they must have some. Well, the Japanese are the majority out here. That's the other thing too about the culture of Hawaii is, Japanese culture is it's kind of dominating almost everything from the food that we eat out here to our customs. It's very Japanese, and it's because Japanese are the dominant majority of people here. There's a lot of Japanese shops. We have a lot of Don Quixotes all over the place. I mean, if you play Yakuza, you've seen Don Quixote. Like, that store from the Yakuza game is all over Hawaii. Why are they the majority? I mean, they just people from Japan have been coming to Hawaii since the 1800s. Primarily work, expansion, and then yeah, Asians are the majority here. It's kind of funny because whenever I tell people that, they're shocked to hear that. They think all like the hula shit is common, or the grass skirts, or the tiki houses and all that bullshit. Which is, if you're from Hawaii, it's insulting when you hear that from people. But then that's the image that's portrayed as, especially the other thing too, when people think, what is it? Hawaii 5-0 is accurate. Hawaii 5-0 is so inaccurate. They filmed by my job actually, and they intermingle all the islands as if it's just one. It's so hilarious.
I'd like to ask you something. Really?
Yeah. Zero, you said I knew there were a lot of Japanese, but I had no idea they have been coming there since the 1800s. Yeah, they have. Ever since King Kalakaua, or King Kamehameha the Third, technically fourth. King Kamehameha the Fourth. Which, random fact, my wife is a descendant of King Kamehameha bloodline, not 3 or 4, because 3 and 4, King Kamehameha's 3 and 4 were not of the bloodline of the original King Kamehameha. So my wife, Lehua, is actually of King Kamehameha the First and Second's bloodline. So she's of Hawaiian royalty. Me, I'm not of Hawaiian royalty, but I am of Samoan royalty, a Samoan chief family. I'm of the Falatea family, which is an offshoot of the Anawai, which the Anawai, as you guys know, is the family of The Rock and Roman Reigns and Rikishi, you know, while Samoans, the Usos. Same thing with my Tongan side too. What does that mean really in the reality of modern day? Absolutely nothing. We just speak a different dialect, and we have our tribal tattoos to showcase our heritage. What other questions about Hawaii would you guys like to know? Let me clear up any and all illusions that are put out there by media, because
Let us finish this quickly.
it is amazing how much
Okay, I'll give it my all.
fluff is put out about Hawaii.
It went well.
Right, so you said also you have it too, and what happened to the people that were native to the islands? What do you mean? I have what too? People that were native to what islands? To Hawaii? Which group of people? And in that, do you want a politically correct answer that people go by out here, or you want the truth? Excuse me. Tattoo? No, I'm getting a tattoo on my 30th birthday. I'm getting my Samoan sleeve, but the chest plate, the sleeve, which details my family lineage from the origin point to where I'm at now, which will go down to here. Then I'll eventually, probably in a couple months, maybe a year, I'll probably get my pea, which is a wraparound tattoo, which goes from the upper abdomen down to my pelvis, and then wraps around my thighs. And it has to all be done traditional tap style, which is gonna hurt. All right, Adrian, thank you for coming through, man. Get some rest. Enjoy some Power Rangers. Is your friend Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan, or what, Zero? And typically when you get a tribal tattoo done, if it's not done by kind of like an elder or from your family, then a lot of people just have tribal designs because they think they look cool. But whether or not it has a meaning to it, that kind of depends on where, you know, what their bloodline is, what their family status is. Yeah, that all depends. A lot of people just get tattoos because they look cool. I mean, I don't blame them. Oh, Hawaii Con. Thank you. Let me close these notification windows because I don't want to keep getting those messages while I am streaming. Close Facebook. Well, Chips, it kind of comes down to when we're asking about the original natives of the islands. Hawaii was not a united kingdom until King Kamehameha came in, and okay, do you want, because it's one of those things, like, do you want the politically correct answer, or you want the truth of what he did? But prior to that, okay. Well, King Kamehameha the First went to each island and started slaughtering people on each of the islands. He is supposed to have come from Big Island, or the island of Hawaii. And here's the thing: we don't say the correct pronunciation of Hawaii is actually Hawaii, Hawaii, with a V. But we just call it Hawaii now. It's easier to pronounce. So basically, King Kamehameha came from Hawaii. He went to each of the islands and started slaughtering clans, chiefs, families. Did a lot of pillaging, plundering, raping. And the reason that we have Western influence, or Hawaii has the Union Jack in its state flag, or the European Union Jack, is because of the partnership and deal that King Kamehameha made with England for weapons so that he could go and take over the other islands. He did a lot of atrocious things, but depending on who tells the history and what a person is told growing up, many are told to celebrate the man for the atrocities he committed, and then turn around and say that Hawaii was stolen from Hawaiian people, which is another lie that's perpetuated, is that Hawaii was stolen. It was not. The way Hawaii became a state is due to people voting to make Hawaii a state because of our last queen, Queen Ka'iolani. And she was mentally unstable, if we were to use a correct modern term. And with her, the previous king before her was King Kalakaua, who was working with the United States. He was modernizing Hawaii. He brought electricity here, and was all for making Hawaii a state, which it would have been a state before 1949 or 1950, long before, if it wasn't for, him passing away the way he did. And so what ended up happening was that he was feuding with Ka'iolani. Ka'iolani was a radical. She wanted to remove all Western influence from the islands. She wanted to restore the old kapu'u, which would mean we would go back to the ancient ways of worshiping all the various gods, human sacrifices, cannibalism. And she had her coup, and they did their thing. And when Kalakaua died, she became queen, and she was so radical that she was ultimately overthrown by her own people, or our people. And she Well, then the people voted for Hawaii to become a state because they could not deal with the tyranny of her insanity or of going back to the old ways. But you have a radicalized group that are out here now that are pushing to go back to the old ways and restore this kingdom that would never work in this modern era. Which is why you probably saw The Rock and Jason Momoa, all these celebrities talking about Hawaii and Mauna Kea and the telescope and all that. The telescope, and I hope people from Hawaii are not listening to me talk about this because I could get really fucked up for talking about this. Because it doesn't go along with the narrative that is being pushed. But the whole thing about the TMT, the telescope, that you've probably seen like the celebrities. Well, I don't care because I'm not going to be censored. But the whole thing with the protesting the telescope and it's getting around to national news saying that Hawaiian people are done wrong. The telescope being built and brought here to Hawaii actually benefits all of us people in Hawaii, especially us Hawaiians of blood, because it gives us jobs. Because of jobs, it gives grants, and our people historically are astronomers. So it is something that would benefit us. But you have a radical group, a radical minority, which are very loud and very vocal, and they are pushing for this. The telescope thing it's a front for them to push an agenda to annex Hawaii, which they've already been. It has not made national news. It's made local news. It is this major push to annex Hawaii from the United States. If that happens, I will leave Hawaii in a heartbeat, because this will turn to a fourth, well, not even a third world country. Hawaii would become a fourth world country. There's no way for Hawaii to survive on its own. And I'm very grateful that Hawaii is part of the United States. Because it wouldn't be good if it was part of China. It wouldn't be good if it was part of the UK. Probably wouldn't be good to be up under Japan either, or Korea. That's why the whole ballistic missile thing that was shot, well, they said it was a false alarm a couple years ago. Well, just don't believe what the media tells you on that. Anyway, that's not me being a conspiracy theorist. That's things that were not reported on in the news. Yes, there's history. King Kamehameha, original Kamehameha the First, he slaughtered all the people on the other, well, not all the people, majority of people on the other islands. He took out the men and took the women for his concubines. He's a hero. And if you were, for his main child, King Kamehameha II, if you were in his shadow, then by Kapu, you would be stoned to death or struck down and killed because you fell in his shadow. Yeah, it's a little Hawaii history. What else would you guys like to know?
Am I starting to master this?
I really shouldn't worry about people from Hawaii hearing me talk about this, because people in Hawaii don't even support my podcast or my channel, so I'm good. How's the sushi, man? It depends on what you want. You want vegan sushi, regular sushi? It's all fresh. We got sushi shops almost everywhere. Sushi, pho, noodle shops everywhere. Really comes down to what you want. Yeah, Yeah, you know, and it's just things that you won't be told by the media. They'll never cover it because it doesn't fit a particular political narrative. I'm not trying to make this about politics, but you know, you got to look at the fact when it comes to news is literally about ratings. It's not about truth. It's about ratings. You can sensationalize something, you get ratings, you get people, you know, it's a dopamine hit. It gets people addicted. They need to know what happens next. They need to feed on the drama. And I understand it because I used to work in media. I went to college for media and PR, and I understand how that works. And it is absolutely disgusting. You say, yo, it's a lot to take in, but like everywhere else, there's a bloody history. There is. Everywhere has that. And that's why, like, when people go on these tangents about, you know, taking things back to how they previously were, it's like, how do you do that? It's almost literally impossible to do. Because somebody did something to somebody before.
I wanted to thank you again for helping me out the other day. Everything was ready in time for dinner, and we all agreed the food was really tasty.
I barely did anything.
That's silly talk. With just a few ingredients, you made an amazing meal. I could never have done it, no way. You deserve all the praise in the world.
I still have much to learn.
Yo, would y'all believe that teaser trailer I put up now has 2,205 views on Twitter? It's insane, yo. Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt when I get my sleeve done. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. That's gonna hurt so much.
Truly delicious food brings a smile to people's faces. Until I see His Highness smile in that way, I will spare no effort to improve.
Well, if that's your aim, you're in luck. I've seen him shovel in your food with gusto.
I meant to ask you guys, is audio levels good? Do I need to lower my microphone or raise my microphone or lower the game audio?
You must be really ambitious if you're not satisfied with that meal. I'd love for you to teach me your ways.
What else do you guys want to know?
Be a great cook too.
Your skills are not the problem. You merely make errors of negligence.
Well, sure, I know that. But how can I stop making those errors? No matter how hard I try, I always seem to mess things up. The pan explodes when I cook. I forget my purse when I go shopping. That's just how life is for a scatterbrain like me.
Why does this sound like Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
Just the other day, I was nearly laughed off the training ground for wearing mismatched shoes.
You say get branded, LOL. Oh man, give us random fun facts. Going between islands, we actually used to have what's called the super ferry, which is a ferry you can just hop on and it goes inter island. Really good because a lot of people, back when we had that, a lot of people who worked on different islands, they could just hop on it, go there, you know, take the ferry. Tooth owl. Sorry about what you said last time. I don't remember you saying anything negative, so you're good. Going between islands, with the super ferry used to be if you worked on Kauai, Molokai, Maui, Big Island, Lanai, you could literally just hop on it, go to whatever island work and then hop on it and go back. I don't. I mean, if you change the name, I probably. Yeah, because that. What was the name before 2000? But yeah, Zero, you could back then before the Super Fairy thing, and then that became an issue. And when that became an issue, they just scrapped it. So now you just fly between islands, and it's like $30-$40 to go. Oh, excuse me, to another island. It's like a half hour, 20 minutes, a half hour flight. It's like literally by the time you get up in the air, you're about to land. So that's how that is. I'm trying to think. Random facts.
My uncle used to sigh in despair when he saw me messing something up.
Yeah,
Simply
it's super
fail to
quick.
Pay attention to your surroundings. Ensure the pan is on the flame and that the knives are put away properly. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go out to make certain you have what you need.
Oh, towel to towel. Yeah, I remember, man. It's been a while since you've been on the stream. Ever you say you need to come out to Hawaii? I mean, if you want.
Everyone makes mistakes, but yours should be easy enough to correct.
That's all great advice. Thank you, Dadu. You really have a kind heart. At first I thought you were so stern all the time.
Am I that imposing?
Well, a bit. Maybe if you smiled sometimes. All you have to do is lift up the corners of your mouth. Like this. See?
I see. I will try it.
Your dad played, he played at UH? That's dope.
At this time of year, the fish are fat. Simply grilling them will bring out their best flavor.
She probably hated doing that just because it was, it's taboo. Especially, it's another myth out here is you might get attacked by Minahune or spirits. If you walk outside at night with your hair down and it's wet. So there's all kind of silly little anecdotal things. He says, sidebar, is there a way to schedule text messages to be sent on the note phones? Oh, I don't know. I can look into that. Possibly, but I'm not too sure.
Steaming them with herbs is delicious too.
Wow, you know a lot about this. I'm learning so much from you, Dadu. Were you a cook at the castle in Ferdiad?
No.
Did your family own an eatery of some kind?
No. My sister and I helped with cooking at home.
Wow, that's all? I thought I was confident about my skills, but next to you, I feel like an amateur. Hey, could you give me some advice about other kinds of meat besides fish?
Ash.
Yes, Dadu?
Why do you spend time with me?
We're friends, right? I just want to get to know you better. Is that so odd?
I am from Dusker.
So, look at me. I came from a life of poverty. I was lucky to even be let in here to study with all these high-class people. I think we have a lot in common.
Being poor and being from Dusker are two different things.
Oh, I know. But we can still be friends, can't we?
You are a peculiar person.
So I'm told.
Dadu, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you. Looks like you're pretty deep in thought.
Toothal, you said, yeah, been a while. I said some things that were a bit vague. So first, I apologize for being vague. A0, then you say, if you don't remember, it's about the shamanic stuff. I'll say this to Thal and to anyone watching right now. I don't hold on to grudges. Like if someone says something out of pocket to me, I respond in a moment. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But I don't hang on to shit if that's, that makes sense to you guys. I don't hold on to anything. If it's negative energy, negative vibes, I don't hold on to it. I let it go. And main reason I'm like that is because when I was going through cancer, I'm, as you guys know, I'm 3 years in remission. One of the things I was told by my doctor was to try to not hold on to any negative emotion. And I used to be an incredibly pessimistic person, completely opposite of what I am now. Because holding on to that negative energy, that anger, resentment, hatred, whatever, it affects your ability to heal. And so for me, if anyone at this point says something out of pocket or disrespectful or whatever, or something that may or may not upset me, I really don't hold on to it. It's like, okay. And then I move on. Like, if you hadn't brought anything up, I never would have remembered anything. And honestly, even in that, I could be completely honest, I really don't even remember the shamanic stuff either. I remember your name. I don't remember any altercation or any issues like that. It's just, yeah, you don't have to apologize. Whatever's in the past is in the past, man. We're moving forward. It's the 26th or 27th, depending on where you are, of August. So I'm onward and upward. I don't hold on to shit. So don't feel bad. Keep it moving.
Does it?
I just wanted to stop by and ask. It was your turn to cook last night, yeah?
Yes.
Well, it was great. I was wondering if you could give me some tips. Teach me how to cook. I hear a girl loves a man who can cook.
Sylvain.
Yeah?
You are from Fargus. You must understand how it appears for you to spend time with one from Dusker. To be near me is to invite tedious misunderstanding.
Oh, please. I don't care who misunderstands what about me. I talk to who I want.
That is exactly how I am, too.
Besides, I believe the Dusker people are innocent.
You do?
Fargus and Dusker have been friendly since, heck, forever. So why would our old friends from Dusker just up and assassinate our king? It doesn't make sense. Sure, there are probably folks from Dusker who don't like Fargus. But do I think there's enough of them to mount an attack and slaughter the king and his whole company of elite guards?
It is difficult to believe, considering the discrepancy in skill and number.
Right? At most, I can see a misguided group of people from Dusker conspiring with someone else who had plans to dethrone the king. Maybe they were even lured into participating and used as scapegoats. Regardless, it doesn't concern you or the rest of your people. A person can't be judged by the worst of their kind. Or where would any of us be? Besides, people like to talk about me anyway, so let them talk.
I mean, I guess my question to you, Toothal, is do you feel better getting it off your chest? That's really all that matters. I mean, if you feel better. I don't think so. People just lurk in the chat anyway.
Okay, you're making a weird face. What did I say?
I have misjudged you. I was under the impression you only cared about women.
Well, I'm glad I've cleared up that misunderstanding. But really, there's no way I'm the only person who figured all that out. There must be people who think like me and Ferdiad, including His Highness.
Agreed. But whatever the truth, we are still perceived as traitorous assassins.
Once a misunderstanding takes hold, it isn't easy to clear the air. Not without solid evidence of the truth. But even if we found evidence that your people are innocent, those negative sentiments wouldn't disappear overnight. The only thing that can change that is time and effort. Depressing, isn't it?
Time and effort. Yes, I believe you're right.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. What's done is done. What's said is said. The past is the past. I mean, the only thing we have is to look forward to the future and where we go from here. So don't stress about it. Chop it up and move on. How you been? What's new with you?
Man, that got serious. Shouldn't we lighten things up with a nice cooking lesson?
Very well.
So you can do scheduled text messages? That's what's up. I mean, I don't know when I would use it. I don't really text anybody. You know, I think the only person I text is like Gamer Thumb or Fabian, Amazing Lucas, and Lehua. That's just about it. Oh, excuse me. The beer is hitting me. I figure we'll stream for another half an hour, and I'll call it at 9:37 if that's okay with you guys, or 30 minutes from now.
I must have left it in the library. Oh, is that Felix? Hey, Felix. This is a surprise. I didn't think you had much interest in books. I'm already finished with that one. You can borrow it if you'd like.
No need. I was just curious who it belonged to.
Why not read a few pages at least while you've got it open? I think you'd really like it. The plot is pretty different from a typical Knight's Tale, but it's still really good.
I mean, I can definitely see it being good for that. I just don't text people that often, like with the exception of work. Like I have this thing where like if I don't have to work or if I don't have to talk to people, I'll just unplug and just go MIA. I'll just ghost to everyone. For like even like for social media, it's draining for me, and a lot of times I'll just like do my best to put stuff out. But other than that, I'm like, man, I'm just trying to chill. I don't want to really to deal with being on social media that much. Jerry said, oh, by the way, did you get a chance to look at the OP and ED for Gundam 0083? If so, what did you think? Although I know you've been quite busy. I haven't looked at it yet. Definitely check it out after the stream, and then I'll hit you up on the DMs and let you know what I think of it. I do have to ask you guys, was it a surprise when I dropped the announcement today that I had the honor of interviewing Joe Zija, aka Cloud? Were you guys expecting that, or was that completely out of nowhere?
Do you like stories about adventure and chivalry?
No, I despise them.
Yeah, well, have you tried reading any? You might find them really interesting. I know I do.
You were shocked. Why?
What do you find so interesting?
Well, for one thing, the knights in these stories are always gallant and brave. And they always value things like friendship, loyalty, and justice. That's the kind of knight I want to be.
Well, Toothal, if you want to open up about it, you can, man. You can either talk to me. I mean, it's personal matters. So if you want to talk about it, you can hit me up on the DMs. Chipsy said you honestly didn't see that coming. Zero, I knew you were expecting it. Chipsy said you were surprised you didn't see it coming. The reason I kind of decided to just do surprise announcements like that is because there's a reason behind it. One, so many people hey, you trying to get me blacklisted by all the voice actors if I do that? Fuck that. It is very easy to get blacklisted 86 out of talking to any voice actor, and then that carries out to any industry. Like how interconnected this industry is. I ain't touching that with a 50-foot pole. Yeah, that's why I'm very careful about what I say on social media and what I do. I have a lot of voice actors that follow me, I'm friends with, and you just have to be careful. The more deeper you start working with companies, voice actors, individuals, brands, the more you have to watch for stepping on landmines. And when it blows up, it blows you up and you're done. The one and done type of thing. Yeah, one of the reasons too, like I've just gotten to this point of just doing surprise announcements, and I might do that going forward, is when I've announced someone before, like a guest, or I put out a trailer or put out something to tease it, the typical response I get from people is, oh, when is this? Like, completely ignoring the fact that it's a teaser to generate hype, to get you to tune in to my show, and then eventually the person will come on. I view it kind of as disrespectful, and I get this from a lot of people, and I primarily get it from people I know. They're like, oh, when is this person coming on? When are you having that guest? Oh, cool. When is this happening? And more often than not, the people asking are people who don't even watch my show. You know, I've got people saying like, oh, I'll watch it when you get a big name on, regardless of the fact that I've had huge names on my show before. And just because they don't know who they are, they think that they're not important. Like one of the people I'm having on my show in the coming months is CM Punk. And a lot of people apparently don't know who CM Punk is. Just like Booker T. I'm having Booker T on my show. A lot of people don't know who he is, apparently. Even Batista, who I've already interviewed. I just haven't put the episode up because I'm so backlogged. A lot of people don't know who he is. I'm like, oh, so you know Drax from Guardian of the Galaxies? They're like, yeah, that's Batista, Dave Batista. Like, oh, but he was also a wrestler. They're like, oh. But it's just better to do the stealth announcements. And I don't have to deal with people asking when. Which, I mean, typically doesn't bother me. It's just the fact that people don't really support my channel. They don't support my content. A lot of people talk out of their ass like they do, but they really don't. And if I were to let that get to me, it really could. He says shadow drops are more effective. I think the hype builds up and the payoff is great when people hear it. Exactly, like the turnaround for the episode today. That's it. 2000, you said thanks, but no thanks. I like to listen to others instead of talking about myself. I'm fairly uninteresting besides being Asian, not me. Why do you say that? Don't say that. Everyone has something interesting about themselves. Zero, you like, what? Really? People don't know who CM Punk or Booker T are? Nani? Yeah. Bro. Especially in Hawaii. The only people I've had on that folks in Hawaii know who it is actually, scratch that. Nobody in Hawaii has known any of the people I've had on my show. Not the content creators, not the actors, not the voice actors, not the, pro sports players, aside from like the FGC out here. People out here in Hawaii, if it's not in Hawaii, they don't care about it. That's why they don't support my show. Chip, she said Booker T is an OG. I dig it. Zero, you said I don't currently watch wrestling, and I know or have heard of some of the stars of the past couple years. Yeah, the current WWE and wrestling product is just hard to watch. Even whatchamacallit, not Impact, but it's the other wrestling promotion that's out. Even though it's kind of hard to watch. Zeri said I watched the WWF when Hogan and Macho Man were there in the early 90s and then fell off and came back when The Rock and Stone Cold were popular. Oh, that is one other person that people know. Like, okay, correction. People out here, they know Hogan because I'm going to be interviewing Hulk Hogan. I'm going to be interviewing The Rock, Stone Cold. They know who they are. But Goldberg, I was shocked when people out here told me they had no idea who the fuck Goldberg was. I was like, okay. In 2000, you say I'm a very shy guy and introverted. Dude, so am I. I'm shy. I'm an introvert. Depends on the level of shy and introvert you're talking about, though. If it's shy and introvert to the point where you have paralysis of fear dealing with people, I've been there. Oh, Bret Hart? Yeah, I mean, that dude's just controversial. I mean, I think it's funny how Bret Hart was there for AEW with their title ship, the World Heavyweight title reveal, and he revealed it. And then like a couple weeks later, he showed up on WWE. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I mean, all I got to do is reach out. I mean, literally all I do is just reach out to people. This is how I get guests. I reach out, I present a good image, I try to steer away from controversy as best I can, and I keep clear of politics, well, with the exception of my friend Amazing Lucas. But other than that, yeah. Like, I really want to get like, personally, I really want to get Triple H on the show because I want to talk to him about NXT, the business, but that's a long shot. To him and Shawn Michaels were your favorite wrestlers as a kid. In 2000, you say, yeah, it's pretty extreme. This is why I disappear for long stretches, then pop up again. No, I know how that is. I deal with anxiety, depression, and I'm an introvert. But the thing is, you have to understand, and it's a struggle, it's a battle, but you have to be the one in control. You cannot let external and sometimes even internal opposition, situations, and things have control of you. So that means that you have to step back, assess, breathe, whatever you need to do to take ownership and take control. Because ultimately, you are in control of your life. You're the captain of your ship and the master of your soul. You're not a victim to anything that happens outside of you. You're a victor, not a victim. Zero, you say you still own some of the WWF CDs, volumes 2 through 4. Oh, dope.
Ridiculous. Friendship, loyalty, justice. Only fools allow their lives to be ruled by such nonsense.
Mr. Kima, yes, I am in Honolulu.
Fools who get themselves killed for nothing, only to be celebrated as heroes in books like this. Writers of these stories are worse than tyrants. They seize control of people's thoughts.
That's a little much. I was only interested in...
I don't care. Such blind enthusiasm is dangerous. Be more moderate in your passions.
You know something, Felix? You are exactly like the knight in this story.
Excuse me?
Wait, what?
Bruh.
You serious?
Zero, you said I used to be extremely shy when I was a kid and quite an introvert. I got somewhat better in high school, but I still have anxiety when I do certain things. And yeah, you gotta work through it, man. I'm 30 and I still deal with it. There's some times where it's like, it's overwhelming for me to go through and to deal with situations and people, but I deal with it. What's up, Mr. Kima? How you been? Did I go to the NFL game a week ago, Cowboys versus Rams? I did not. Unfortunately, I didn't go. I had to work. I was on call the entire weekend, and every time I left one spot, I ended up having to go to another. So, did you get to go? And did you enjoy it?
On the surface, he's sarcastic and intimidating, but underneath, he's kind and cares for his friends. In the end, they become heroes together and conquer all obstacles.
Disgusting. Stop looking at me like that.
Oh, see, right there. That's just what I mean. You sound exactly like him. I'm going to lend you this book, really, I insist. Just give it a read, all right? Trust me, and you can tell me what you think when you're done.
Why is this happening?
Yo, that is hilarious. You say, yeah, it just stems from myself. I don't want to bring my problems out to others because I can't get over being judged, so I keep to myself. Well, let's just put it this way, Tuthal. Everything is a choice. How you respond to situations, not react, but respond, which is an active choice of consideration of how you perceive from situations. And again, that goes back to the victor over victim mentality. Every situation that you come across, every situation that you're in, circumstance, whatever, you have a choice of how you respond. So it really comes down to what you choose. And more often than not, sometimes we're in our own head way too much. Sometimes we need to step out of it. Mr. Kima, you said, I know I live in Dallas, Texas. Oh, cool. How'd you come about the channel? There's so many support talks here.
My goodness. Sword training again today? Don't overdo it, all right?
I certainly won't, but thanks for your concern, Mercedes. It's more of a hobby than anything, so don't worry too much.
A hobby? How wonderful! I would probably get tired of it, but that's just me.
Didn't you say you hope to take the sword test soon?
You're right. I completely forgot that's coming up.
What should I do?
To be honest, I've been a bit worried as I haven't seen you at the training ground much.
Antonio Barbosa, my guy, what's good? How'd you enjoy? What'd you think of the interview with Joe? Zero, you say, when I was in high school originally, I was not going to ask anyone to the prom because I was too shy, but after a school trip, I became less shy. That helped me greatly. And then I did ask someone, ooh, how'd that turn out? Mr. Kima, he said, from the Sega Forever interview. Yo, Koopa is my guy. That's my brother, man. I love Koopa. 2000, you say, thanks, man. I don't have anyone to talk to about my situation, but this is a good start. Dude, if you need to talk, I'm here. I'm here for anyone who comes through on the chat, anyone who comes to me on social media or in person. I'm just like, if I can help, I will. I don't need a reason to help people. And if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. I'm here with an open ear. I'll listen to anything. But I am also the type that will, if I give advice, I give my opinion, I'm very truthful and very forward with it. But yeah, dude, don't stress about. Look at it like this: if it's a situation you cannot control, and the only things we can control is what we do and how we respond to them. Anything outside of that is external. We have no control over. It's completely up to chance. You cannot stress over things you cannot control. You can't. It will drive you crazy, and it's not worth your sanity, your health, your being to be stuck in a perpetual state of fear. Just Hakuna Matata. No worries. That's how you have to be. The best advice I can give is just focus on making yourself better. Believe in yourself. Find qualities about you. And there are qualities about you that are great. There's qualities about each and every one of us that are good. Even the worst of us. There are great qualities. Everyone has a good quality. And you have to focus on that. You have to believe that. You've got to be your biggest ally and your biggest cheerleader. Because if you're not, what's the point? Believe in yourself, man. Antonio Barbosa said, I wanted it to last longer because it was really interesting. I know I only had half an hour with him because he had to go and do something else, but I'm definitely going to try and get him back on the show, especially with Trails of Cold Steel 3 dropping next month. I'm definitely going to see if I can get him back on the podcast because he's a really great guy, very, very brilliant, and I really want to pick his brain about more. Chip, she said, yeah, Mekel's a good dude. Bro, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. And I meant to get back to you earlier. I know you asked me about the camera footage. So what happened is I had two cameras set up. I had my main camera, my Lumix G7 set up, which was the front-facing recording camera. And I had my iPhone set up to record me with the front-facing camera. And for whatever reason, the Apple MOV file that it records in, every time I tried to upload that into Premiere Pro and I was trying to edit with it, it would always crash for whatever reason. But if I loaded two MP4 files, it was fine, or an AVI file or H264 file was fine. But MOV, for whatever reason, kept crashing, and I just gave up on it, and I just edited the video as best as I could to not make it so obvious. But then I feel like ultimately in the end, I didn't do as good of a job with it as I possibly could have. But yeah, that's what happened with that, man. I'm actually very disappointed because that in itself had me trying to edit that video for at least 6 hours, and I couldn't, and I just gave up on it. But I mean, ultimately, I'm just going to need to get another camera, probably a cheap one, just to put on the side and then use as like a separate angle, because there are a lot of things I want to do with my videos going forward. And I just, I don't want to be limited based on what I have in front of me. Zero, you say I didn't end up going with who I asked, but I was still very happy after the fact. So it did not bother me that I didn't get a date from someone else. I did get a date from someone else who also went on the same trip. So it ended well. Man, that's awesome. I'm jealous of you guys because I never got to go on prom. Like I never got to go to high school, so I don't even know what that experience is like. That's the part that's kind of bothers me sometimes. I can't relate to people in a sense of college. I mean, in high school and prom and all that. And then Toothal, you say thanks, man. Everyone who's in the chat, hit that like button also. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. And like I said, anytime you need to talk, if you want to talk offline, hit me up. My DMs are always available, always open. It's just, and I understand everyone needs someone to talk to. You know, it's very man is not an island. We're not meant to be solitary creatures. So, you know, if you're by yourself long enough, it can and will drive you crazy. But yeah, don't stress it. Hakuna Matata, man. And Chip, she said, I figured it was something with files not working because I had the same thing happen with me whenever I edited on my sister's laptop. But yeah, another day, gotta holler at you about upgrading mics. Hey, if it's not an XLR mic, I don't want to hear about it, Chips. You hear this quality right here with this XLR. Man, it is loud as hell in this room. And this mic ain't picking up nothing but my voice. But yeah, as far as USB mics, I mean, if I'm correct, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you're using a Blue Snowball, right? So if you were to upgrade, you could definitely upgrade to either the Blue Yeti, which is a pretty standard USB mic. You know, nothing wrong. It's an all-purpose mic. I know one of my friends, Sean Chiplock, the voice of the main character from Trails of Cold Steel, as well as the voice of Rivali from Breath of the Wild. He utilizes a Blue Yeti. You could also go with the HyperX Quadcast, which that was probably my favorite USB mic. But honestly, for longevity's sake, bro, XLR, it's a whole different dimension of microphone. And the quality, like I was able to record me, you know, singing tracks, voiceover. This is gonna be my mic setup probably for the next decade, unless I get something else or someone sends me something. I can't go back to USB mics.
Why didn't you say something sooner if you were so worried about me?
It didn't occur to me that you could have forgotten. But you're right. I should have mentioned it. As an apology, why don't you let me help you with your swordsmanship?
We're just talking about USB mics and all that other stuff, so you didn't miss too much. Did you do a review on that yet? I heard you mention it before and I had to Google it. No, I didn't do a review on it yet. I plan to. That's one of the things that I'm planning on getting out because I want to review this mic. I also want to review the Go XLR mixer interface I have because this thing, I swear to God, this is the coolest thing I have in my setup. Actually, let me pull it so you guys can see. So this is my Go XLR. This is my mixer interface board. I've got, you're able to see it. So this meter that's going up on the middle right, that's the game audio. That one right there, that's my my voice. And then I have like for my samples, so this is my mixer board, so if I press one of these, like the Hodge Twins one.
Yeah! Look at that form, man! Look at that!
And I've also got multiple interfaces here that I can hotkey to different things. I've got this button right here where if I want to, say if I want to curse, I can just, I can censor myself, I can mute my mic. These are all hot programmable. I've got my reverb, echo, flanger, and a bunch of other stuff too. So Yeah, the Go XLR as a streamer and content creator, this is absolutely my go-to. The only other thing I want to add to my setup is I want to add a the Rode Procaster.
You would do that for me? I'd really appreciate your help.
Okay, but keep in mind that since we're short on time, we may have to overdo it a little.
I don't like to overdo it, but if we must, I'll try my best.
It's settled. Let's begin. Don't tell me you've forgotten how to hold a sword. We have our work cut out for us.
I usually just hold the sword without thinking about my grip, you know? Let's see what happens now that you've shown me the proper way to handle it. I was nervous at first, but just look at me now. Yeah!
I can't take what she said out of context because I'm friends with the voice actress that did her lines, but all I gotta say is,
Yeah! Look at that form, man.
yeah. So for the audio interface, it uses a an XLR cable, female to male cable. I can't say nothing else. But yeah, it utilizes the XLR cable. Actually, I'm going to replace this coil cable with something else just because I find it mad annoying. It's too short. Like, the thing is, it's a 10-foot cable, but because it's coiled, I can't do a whole lot with it. You know, it actually pulls my boom arm back. So I've got to order another type of... I need to get another. I'm going to get a braided coil cable. No, not a braided coil, a braided cable. And change up, because it's also a right angle, but it's pointing down. So it's got my mixer interface raised. But yeah, in the works. Definitely in the works.
Well, I didn't realize offering to help you would mean risking my life.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I just meant to swing the sword. I didn't think it would go flying like that. I'm impressed with how quickly you can dodge.
Yes, I know you didn't intend to murder me. Though that scare likely took years off my life.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this whole sword fighting thing.
Nonsense. It's far too early to give up. The first time I picked up a sword, I was much like you. It's true that different people are better suited to different things. But if you keep at it and refuse to give up, you're certain to improve.
Do you really think so? Thank you, Dimitri. It's very kind of you to... Oh!
So I also want to announce to you guys, I probably said before on other streams, but I do have memberships now available on my YouTube channel here. So if you guys ever want to help support the channel or anything like that, completely optional. Different emotes, different benefits to it. I'm going to have member-only streams and member-only videos that'll be available to members like weeks ahead of time, sometimes months ahead of time, that I've done. Also, different advantages of the membership is like if there's certain podcasts, a certain guest, if they want to hop on it and be on the show for a couple minutes or so, or co-host it for a while, then that's added benefit. But definitely want to put that out there. You know, viewing my streams and viewing my videos is definitely important. I really appreciate you guys doing that. If you guys want to support it that way, that's another option. I also have the Patreon, and I just want to let you guys know that those options are available. Ultimately up to you guys.
There's a rip in your cuff, Dimitri. How do you think...
It seems I didn't dodge your sword fast enough. Don't worry, I can easily repair it.
I'm the one who tore it, so I'll be the one who mends it. How does that sound?
No, please don't worry yourself over it. Just focus on your exam.
The link for the membership or for Patreon? For the membership on my channel, if you're, it should be available on both the mobile app and on the, if you're using like a desktop or laptop, through your browser, it should be available too. But for my Patreon link, I'll drop it. I'll drop it in the chat.
Wow, Ash, training again? You're taking this whole knight thing pretty seriously.
It's just my daily training. Maybe you could stand to be a little more eager yourself? If I want to be a great knight, I've got no choice but to put the effort in.
No choice? I think you're making life too difficult.
It's just a matter of what platform you want to
All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty
to support
sloppy knights
on.
out there.
If you're primarily on YouTube,
I'm going to be a proud knight, virtuous and gallant.
if you're primarily on YouTube, I would say get the YouTube membership. If you know, because it's readily available and you don't have to deal with like an external site or external link, but Patreon is just another option. And then Chip, she says, great hanging with you, bro. I'm gonna catch some Z's. Got a busy day with recording, getting some stuff ready for PAX. I'll holla. Are you going to PAX West too? I might see you there. Later, Chips. Zero, you say you're going to PAX. Nice. I've been there a couple times. This will be my first PAX event.
Virtuous and gallant? Are you kidding me? If you just ride around being virtuous, people will get fed up. They'll boot you out of town.
Yeah. I got an event. I got an invite to go to PAX West. You remember I interviewed the creator of Tiny Metal, Hiroaki Yura. I got an invite from Area 35 Games and Tiny Metal to attend. So, hopefully with nothing popping up, I'll be there.
It's never wrong to have virtue, not even if it means being made an outcast.
Interesting idea. You think very highly of this whole virtue thing. Say, have there been any knights who became great just by thinking highly of themselves? Think on this. Knights are supposed to protect people and earn their admiration. Isn't that right?
Oh, most assuredly.
So what are you saying I should do?
We definitely will, man.
Seize people's hearts.
What do you mean?
I'm just waiting to book a hotel room because I don't
Offer them something they haven't got. Guess what that is? It's you, Ash. They don't have you. Get out.
because I don't know if something's gonna pop up.
Help people.
So
Here, I'll show you how.
once it's settled, I'll secure
Sylvain,
I'll be securing my ticket and everything.
Hey there, cutie. You seem to have lots of bags there.
I know.
They must be heavy.
I just need to secure my
help you out.
not my ticket but my hotel because flight
Helping out those
and
in
entrance
need.
has already
Guess
been
that's a
paid
good
for.
start.
No thanks necessary. It's been enough just to be able to talk to you. Well, if you insist. How about we go get some tea? It must be fate that we met like this.
So you'd love to play Final Fantasy 7 demo. It's going to be there.
night, huh?
Man, I'm mad I didn't get to play that at
Seems like all he
at
wants to do
E3.
is flirt with women. No, I can't allow this. I have to stop him.
My God, how many support chats we got?
Here you go, Felix. Have some tea.
Oh.
Sorry, but we're all out of cakes. Should I bake some more?
Please don't.
Damn, that trailer is almost at 3,000 views on Twitter. This is insane.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just making tea.
Chip, she said, got you. I really hope you make it later, guys. All right, man. Catch you later on.
I can do without it.
Edward Bishop, you said next year you're going to China. That's what's up, man.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Antonio, you said, Mekel, did you read the reviews for Astral Chain?
I do.
It's
You serious?
She just said my guy reminds her of her little brother. Damn, you just got put in the friend zone.
Yes, his name is Emil. We have different fathers. the same household. That is, until I was about 8 or 9 years old. I haven't seen him since then.
Bruh, that was so painful. I stopped. That was mid-sentence too. You said the reviews. Yeah, I've heard a lot of the glowing reviews for it. I personally have it myself. I'm playing it on one of my other accounts, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to everyone's reaction when they finally get to play it. I mean, I know there was a controversy surrounding the whole people with the whole cops thing, but I'm glad that that's water under a bridge at this point. And Zero, you say, I hear when you get there that you have to get a pass or ticket to get in line for Final Fantasy 7 as soon as possible. Yeah, at E3, that's exactly how it was. If you didn't get a pass or didn't schedule an appointment, you didn't get to play it. And Edward, you say you had to go see monks. Oh, that's cool.
Sorry to state the obvious, but I'm not your brother. I'm not Emil. Can't you find someone else to bother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you alone. Please help yourself to more tea if you'd like. I can leave the pot. Goodbye.
My guy I put in the friend zone.
Felix Hugo Fraldarius. There is no one else. Brother.
Bruh, my guy got put in friend zone.
Oh no, this isn't right. Now what am I supposed to do?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than I wanted.
Let me taste it. Yeah, a little sweet. What if we try adding a few spices?
Huh? This is delicious! You're an amazing cook, Ash!
My dad used to own a restaurant. I helped out a lot around the kitchen, even as a little kid.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility to take on at an early age. No wonder you always work so hard. I might learn something if I watch you cook.
Well, no promises. I just have a little bit of experience, that's all. But look at you, you're great at baking cakes.
It's true that I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not the best when it comes to seasoning. Maybe it's because I don't like spicy food? It's tough to make food taste good when you don't enjoy it.
Hold up. Hold up. Bruh. She don't like spicy food. She is not gonna be bae. Mercedes, shit ain't working out. Cut.
I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it, then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it, right?
Nope.
I don't know, maybe. What makes you say that?
No. None of that matters. Once I've made a decision, I have to go with it. I'll make something spicy right away.
Oh, this won't end well. If I leave her to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey, Ash, which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you. That one goes best with meat, but for stir fry, what you really want is this.
Jesus.
Hey Felix, you free? You don't look very busy. Let's go find some girls to chat with.
Chat with them by yourself. You're interrupting my training.
Hey, come on. Don't talk like that. How long have we known each other?
Long enough, if you ask me. We only know each other because of our parents' friendship. I didn't have a say in it.
Is that how it went? Huh. I remember it more like you always following me around. Whenever there was something wrong, like you lost to your brother, or you fought with Dimitri, you'd come crying to me.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of over here like, damn. A lot of support chats. And Antonio Barbosa, you like, I drink chili sauce like Coca-Cola. But you got a Hispanic wife, man. So of course you're gonna be eating that spicy food. That's that good shit.
You were so meek and pure back then. Cute even. Like a baby brother.
That's enough.
What?
I said that's enough!
Hey, sorry. I just came to see if you wanted to pick up some girls. I didn't mean to get on your nerves.
Look, you've been getting on my nerves for years. I've tried to be patient with you, but I'm tired of holding my tongue. You're reckless in your personal affairs and in battle, and you're always prattling on about women.
Well, if a man sees a pretty girl, he can't just let her pass by without commenting. That's just rude.
You're insatiable. Do you ever stop? Certainly not to practice your sword technique. You always skip training. And you never consider how your actions hurt others, or how you hold them back.
That's never my intention. Come on, you know me better than that. I'm not really... Look, if that's the impression I've given you, then I'm sorry.
Wow, that was pretty intense.
I'd better avoid the training grounds. I swear His Highness never sleeps.
You're out late, Sylvain. Is it safe to assume you've been wildly carousing with women? I'm afraid that behavior simply will not do.
Ah, Your Highness. Hello. No, I was not wildly carousing with women. There was only the one. Let's just forget you saw me. Agreed?
Unfortunately, I can't do that. It's time someone talked some sense into you. And it seems the task has fallen to me. Sylvain, I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself at night. But you must learn the art of moderation. Again and again, you end up wandering the streets until the early morning.
Okay, I get it. I don't need one of your lectures. I've got them all memorized anyway. I promise I'll be better in the future. I'll stop going out at night, I'll focus more on my studies, and in return, you'll go into town with me, and we'll invite some cute girls to dinner. Shall we shake on it?
The way your mind works absolutely confounds me. How did you even arrive at such a notion?
You need to get out more. Naive and uptight is no way to live your life.
Naive and uptight? Yes, well, compared to you, I imagine I'm downright run-of-the-mill.
I'm not so sure. Most men are experienced enough to know not to give a dagger to the girl they...
Will you never let that rest? It was many years ago. Perhaps a good knock on the head will help you to finally forget about it.
With your brute strength, a knock on the head could knock the life right out of me. You'd better watch that temper, Your Highness. So how about this? I'll try to behave, and you'll try to loosen up.
If I do as you wish, will you truly promise to improve your behavior?
What'd I just say? Of course I'll behave. A knight of Fargus never goes back on his word. What about you? I want to see you with a girl on your arm.
I am a man of my word. I will attempt to do as you ask. But you had better uphold your end of the bargain as well.
Seriously? Yeah, I'll believe it when he introduces me to the lucky girl. Oh, Dimitri, you always take even the silliest things so very seriously. This should be fun.
Good Lord. I am... Oh, God.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women, but I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I think you're special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
Bruh.
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom. I abandoned the Bartels name and took up our old family name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, Oh, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you!
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.
I have to admit, the story is actually very, very intriguing. Okay, she's got one, she's got two, he's got one. Okay, once we clear through all the support conversations, then I'm gonna call this stream a wrap. If y'all are cool with it, because I am hungry. I have not eaten anything today.
That was quite a sigh. What's wrong, Ingrid?
Tell me, Sylvain, what am I to you?
You're my friend. One of my oldest, in fact.
An old friend, is it? Then why must I clean up the casualties left behind by your skirt chasing?
Nobody asked you to do that. Heck, I thought you enjoyed it. Besides, you're real good at it. I'm excited to continue working with you.
Do you mean to imply you have no intention of acting a bit more respectably?
Please don't yell like that. Everybody's staring at us.
When you were 8, you came on to my sweet, sweet granny. My granny!
Come on. I was 8 and she was That was a long
Bruh.
You serious?
Sylvain hit on Ingrid's grandmother? Wow.
What?
People can hear you. Please be quiet.
When you were 10, we went to that harvest festival, and you started making eyes at a scarecrow.
Bruh. God damn.
A scarecrow?
Wait a second. That was just an accident. A tragic, tragic accident.
When you were 15, you sought, relentlessly might I add, to involve yourself with Lord Gwendol's daughter. Who do you suppose made peace with the furious Lord despite having nothing to do with it? Me. Always me, always for you. Every time.
What a jerk.
You know what? This conversation is over. I'm done.
My point is that this has to end. Not later, but now.
Fine. I promise I'll try to change. Are you happy now?
Bruh. This dude's a fucking savage.
Hey, Annette. Hitting the magic books again? Has anyone ever told you that you're pretty cute when you're studying?
Sorry, Sylvain, but I'm trying to think right now. Quiet for a bit.
How can you stay focused reading a book that thick? With such small print? Is some of that text upside down?
If I use the formula in this line here, the magical energy should... No, that's not right.
You're even cuter when you're working through a difficult problem.
Sylvain, I'm serious. Please be quiet.
This dude does not stop. I'm over here like, my guy. Pump the brakes.
Hang on. Look at the third line. You've got the formula wrong.
I said the... Oh, you're right. How did you know that?
Well, I mean, it's written right there.
Most people wouldn't be able to grasp this formula just by glancing at it. Have you read this book before?
Nope, this is the first time. Okay, now that I look at it... Wow, this book makes things way more complicated than they need to be.
And what's your take on this part here?
It's just describing another application for the same formula. Ha! This is pretty easy.
You know, you're actually kind of amazing. I've been studying magic for a while now, but even I have trouble with this stuff. You act like all you do is mess around, but are you actually working really hard in secret?
Nah, hanging out with girls is way more fun. I guess I just picked this stuff up somewhere. Life is short, Annette. If you waste it working hard, it'll be over before you know it. Get out in the world. Have some fun.
That's easy for you to say. You're strong and smart without even trying. It's not fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No.
I agree with you, Zero.
You're pretty cute when you're sulking. You know that?
What is wrong with you?
Bruh!
Hey, I just got lucky with that stuff in the book. I'd normally never be able to outsmart you. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and leave you to it.
Got lucky, huh? I'm not so sure about that. Well, that does it. It might be tough, but I won't accept second place. Let's go, me. I can do this. I'm gonna finish this whole book before sundown.
My God.
That shopping trip took longer than expected, didn't it, Mercy? It truly did. You bought just about everything in the place. You're so good at deciding the best thing to buy. I sort of wanted it all. I mean, not that I was excessive. I think you bought just about as much as I did.
Oh, really? The number of bags you're carrying says otherwise.
What? That's... Oh, fine. You got me. I was just having too much fun. I love shopping with you, Mercy.
It was fun. It's nice going into town without having to run errands for once.
Isn't it? And I'm pretty confident the professor will forgive our little detour. This actually reminds me of going to school in Ferdiad.
Me too. It almost feels like that time in our lives was a story from long ago.
So much has changed since then. Oh, but there's at least one thing that hasn't changed.
Me and you, right? We're the same old friends we always were.
That's just what I was about to say.
I've known you so long I can always guess.
Mercy, we'll stay friends like this forever, won't we?
Is something wrong? You sound worried.
Since our time in the capital, so much has happened. We've had to make new lives for ourselves, and we've seen at least as many hard times as good. If things keep changing like this, I wonder if we'll be able to stay the same people we are now.
I wonder that too. I don't think everything in the future will be perfect, but it's us. So I'm sure
we'll figure it out together, right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
Oh, Mercy, I can always guess what you're gonna say.
Oh, it's getting late. We better hurry back before the professor gets angry.
You're right. Run, Mercy!
What? Wait for me, Annie. You know I'm not as fast as you.
Run!
Okay. I'm gonna save and we'll pick this up on the next stream because I think I'm kind of support partnered out, support talked out. But with that being said, people, I want to know if you guys had a good time, and if you did, make sure you smash that smash the like button with everything in the fiber of your being. Share it around if you think someone might enjoy it. Join the memberships if you feel so inclined to. No pressure, but it's there. Support the channel. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming through. Zero, as always, thank you for coming through on the stream. I always enjoy having you come through and we get to talk. Edward, thank you for coming through as well. Tooth Owl, thank you for coming back to the stream. Awesome having you here. Antonio Barbosa, again, thank you for being on the stream as well. Always love having you on here, man. We talk on and offline, so I definitely appreciate you. Chips and Sticks, thank you for coming through as well, bro. I'll probably be seeing you at PAX West. And let's see, Mr. Kima, thank you for coming through as well. It was awesome having you come through. And Adrian, thank you for coming through as well. So with that being said, I'm just gonna say, deuces wild people, too sweet, be the elite. Have a blessed day, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys check out my interview with Joe Zija, aka Claude Von Regan from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I will catch you guys again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. I will be on time. I have no reason to be late this time. And another update I kind of want to give you guys before we go is starting next week, since next week I'm going to be completely, this is my career going forward. So I'm going to start streaming more often and earlier. So I know I stream late because this is, I get off work later. But what I want to do is to accommodate a lot of you guys who have, you're 3, 4, 5, 6 hours ahead of me. I'm going to start doing dual streams. So probably 6, 7 streams a week. An early stream and a later stream on top of regular content and podcasts going forward. You guys let me know what you think of that in the comment section. Actually, fuck the comment section. Let me know by DM. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. And let me know. Or if you follow me on Facebook, let me know as well. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we're going to build this going forward. You guys are all part of Kasanova Clique Worldwide. Kasanova Club Worldwide is too sweet. It's a brotherhood. It's a sisterhood here. It's a collective. And we all make this go. So I want to know what you guys think. I want everybody involved that comes through on a regular. And we'll go from there. See you guys in the next one.